Hello. Wait. Yep. I forgot my tablet, so I need to do everything manually. I need to click on button. Hello, 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 hello. Happy New Year. Okay, let me first and foremost reduce the sound of my own voice in my own ear, because otherwise I'm gonna be deaf by the end of the stream. Hello, everyone. I still want a bit more music. Like that? I hope the music is not too loud. You will tell me. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. Happy New Year. I hope you all started the new year well. It's the second day for me. I mean, no, because I worked, it's the second day in office. I worked on the stream last week, so I didn't work on my hair though. That's a problem. I forgot my clamp. Anyway, a little bit loud on your voice. Okay, let me fix that. Up. How is it now? Is it better? I can also speak a bit more quietly and not scream in the mic. So yeah, as I was saying, I worked a bit on the stream last week. So there is some little tweak, some little different stuff. There is things that are not ready yet, just like the channel point, for example, that are and the emote, still nothing. But we have new alert. Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome, everyone. First, there is this. It doesn't work. I mean, it works. It's just not accurate. This, of course, still works. Oh, it still works, but I forgot to rename it as it was before. How do I do that? Viewer reward. Channel point. Because, of course, for the Christmas live stream, we weren't throwing tomato, but snowball. Tomatoes. Up. So technically now you can all throw tomatoes and not snowball. So yeah, as I was saying, best wish for everyone. And I can do it too. Wait, I don't have my tablet, so it's a bit harder for me to do it. But if I do this, hopla, even more. Even more. Do you have a new robot friend? There are two now. No, this one is it's the most recent one. but it's not new. It's the one that we brought to... I mean, we brought both of them to Form Next. It's my companion for the night. We still don't have any name for him. If you have any idea. Happy New Year from... Happy New Year from Portugal. Oh my god. Oh my god. Tablet got lost in the back room. Exactly. Exactly. Just like the rest of my work. Let me put the chat, because it's so small, I'm gonna zoom a bit. So that way I can see you better. And I'm also gonna... Okay, now it's better. So yeah, as I was saying, there is a little tweak here and there on the stream. For example, I forgot to open Streamlabel because I saw that some people followed and even gave us their Twitch Prime. Oh, give me a second. Okay. Who is that? Let me see. Fenforic, who resubscribed for 2 months with their Prime. And Yarkolak, who followed. And Robert Calder. Look at this. Amazing, it doesn't work. Ah, this one works. This is the new follow alert. Nice. The music is a bit louder. Like that. And this is the new sub. No, okay, it's not the new sub. My bad. It's because you sub with Prime. That's why. It's not a sub. Oh my god. Let me do this. Why? Okay. I'm a bit confused. Ah, it's because it's a resub. So if I do this, wait. Up, I need to do this differently. Okay. So now, technically it should work. Yes! It's a E2. Look at this. And now for Facebook. I don't know if there is any... No, there is nothing for Facebook. For YouTube, this is this one. Nice. Well, you cannot see much because the person that we're going to talk about today, the Core One, is hiding everything. But anyway, so today we're gonna do a little tour and a little discovery of the PRUSA Core One. You already saw it in our last live stream, but this time we're gonna go more in depth with it, and we're gonna have a little review. We're even gonna work on it, change some parts, and print, of course, because that's why we're here. You went the PRUSA route. I didn't went the PRUSA route. I was the PRUSA route since I started on PRUSA. I mean, I seriously start 3D printing with PRUSA. If you go back where I really started 3D printed, it was MakerBot. But I seriously worked on PRUSA. On this kind of printer. This one. It's a bit low, so it's a bit hidden. But this one is the old one. This is the grandma. It's the MK3. I had to put it on screen to show the two of them. Because they basically share some common parts. That's what we're gonna see, and also because this one, this year, is gonna have quite a huge role on our live stream, because we are gonna have a lot of live stream dedicated to modifying it, modding it, and making it look awesome. So that's gonna be for February. I think we're starting in February. And then it's gonna keep us alive for like maybe 6 streams, something like that. PRUSA is here. Yes, always here. Always here somewhere, hiding in the corner. But yep. And of course, I'm gonna say it several times during the live stream, but this Core One Plus was sent to us by PRUSA, especially by Marcel, and my god, I have a brain freeze. It's just because I'm on stream. I knew I don't know why I always forget his name. Andrea, my god. It's the first stream of the year, that's why. So thank you to Andrea and Marcel to send us the... Yeah, I remember quicker than you typed it. For sending us the printer. And that way we can discover it together. I already printed quite a lot with it. We're gonna have a little review of the thing I printed, the quality, this kind of thing. And then I will show you what is coming. Be respectful. Yeah, I know. Yeah, my bad. It's because I'm stupid. I start learning designing and 3D printing those design on Anet A8. We all have to start somewhere. Anet, I don't even know this printer. Anet A8. That's the fact that I don't know it. Probably is a sign that it's an old one. Ah, it looked like a PRUSA. It looked like a PRUSA MK2 1. Look at that. My god, I have to do everything manually. Look at this. Now this is an old. It was a bit of a fire hazard. Yeah, I can believe with the tape on the bed. Now we know that it's an OG. Up, let me go back to the top. Okay. But is TPU Silk dark blue actually good? Oh my god, that's very specific. I want to say yes. I don't think I ever printed with dark blue. I printed a lot with TPU Silk. I doubt the color will make a huge difference. It's gonna be up to your taste. But yeah, it's actually very easy to print with. And so the TPU Silk is a 95A. So it's a bit on the stiffer side. But it's good. It's a bit easier to print then. I started on the Anet 8.8 in 2016. Everybody started on Anet 8.8. My god, I cannot speak. Anet A8. My god. MK4 nozzle for the A8. What a name. Why A8? My god. Ender 3. Okay, Ender 3 is a bit more classical, I would say. Don't know, but black gold is literally blue gold, not black. Like dual color? The PLA dual color? Maybe you're colorblind. Who knows? Keith, you're full of surprise. I printed a phone case with it, and it's actually very good. Yeah, I mean, I think for a phone case, yeah, the silk is good because it's not too flexible, so that's good. How many kg is my co-host? I don't remember. I think it's... How much did I use again? I don't remember. I noted down, and for Formnext I did the calculation and I don't remember exactly. I think it's around maybe 8 kilo. I want to say 8 kilo maybe. I think I used 4 spool of PC ABS for the black joint, and the armor is in PLA. I might have used 4 kilo too. I don't remember. Blue, black, or white gold? Oh no, no. Love the SUNLU silk filaments. So, oh no, I read that as a SUNLU TPU silk because I was about to talk about the TPU. Now I'm gonna talk about this later. Happy New Year. I had a Mendel PRUSA E2 before A8, but A8 was the first buff. Okay. You have to assemble it from part anyway. I mean, it's often the case. I mean, this one, even though it's not old, was fully assembled. I mean, I had to fully assemble it. And I would, if you buy a PRUSA, you still have the option of having them fully assembled or in kit. I would always recommend people to buy them in kit and assemble them themselves. This one we received fully assembled, so I didn't assemble it myself. But in my previous life, I assembled some MK4, and we will see a bit later that the extruder, the Nextruder is the name, is the same as the MK4. So assembling one or the other is gonna be pretty much the same. I saw that there was some little tweak, like the fan is not the same, the duct for drying, no, for cooling the filaments. There is some tweak like that, but the Nextruder is globally the same. The Dummy 13 need a coffee cup. Give me a sec. I can give him that. Like that. No coffee for him, it's too late. He will have water, that's enough. I started with Kingroom KP3S and then moved on PRUSA. Let me see this one. I don't know this one either. I think my first one, it was a replicator. I don't remember if it was a 1 or a 2. And I already mentioned that. Oh, okay. It looked a bit like a PRUSA Mini. And I also printed on Dremel 3D printer. I think they did one and they never did any other after that. But yeah, a Dremel 3D printer. Now this is yeah, with the PSU out of the printer like that. I mean, fully. Oh no, it's inside. Oh no, fancy, very fancy. But yeah. Well, I'm happy to know all your printer. Tell me more of the printer that I can discover the old one that I don't know. Mine had PSU outside of the printer. That's yeah. That sound correct. For old printer like that sound correct. I mean, technically, this one have it outside. It's here. It's attached to the thing. But it's a bit like, I mean, that's also because it's a bed slinger, so it's all outside. Okay, I think we're gonna start the tour of the thing is I have a print right now going on, and it's done in 15 minutes. I'm printing. How is it called again? The calibration. What's the name again of this thing? Like a calibration thing, like a test bench, basically. It's a very famous one. Torture test, yeah, with overhang and everything. Let me see. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. Complete 3D printer test all in one. Stress test, bed level test, retraction test, calibration test, tolerance test, and support test. Support? Well, I will give you the link. Up. Up. And Facebook, of course. Like this. So yeah. As soon as it's done, we can start going around, seeing, and analyzing the print also. But it's attached with bolts, not with power cable, exactly. And also, you cannot detach it because there is a cable management that go inside and everything. So no, it's fully inside. But when we will mod it in stream, we'll fully disassemble it, and it's gonna be interesting because it's gonna be a bit like assembling a new 3D printer. So I'm looking forward to it. But there is a lot of work around this mod, so it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward. Okay. How long? 13 minutes. Hopefully you cannot hear anything. Even though I didn't do any setting, it's actually okay in terms of loudness. It's like currently there is the 2 fan of the enclosure running, plus of course the fan of the extruder. So if I remove the fan, yeah, the loudest part of the printer is clearly the fan of the enclosure. Knowing that it's PLA, I could just open the door. I could open the door and let it print like that without doing anything, without needing the fan of the enclosure, and it would be very quiet. Yep. And I'm running at, I don't have the speed, but basically it's the basic setting for 0.15 millimeter 8. So that gives you an idea, like it's something around like maybe 100 millimeters per second, something like that. Even though right now it's the overhang, so it must be way smaller. Anyway, I have a full list of all the things I want to talk about today regarding this printer. And we will do a tour. I just have to advertise my favorite mod for the Core One. Let me see. I was exactly about to ask you if you had any mod for the printer, because I love... Up. Ooh. That's one of the thing I love. Come on. That's one of the things I love with PRUSA printer, is that it's almost fully open source, and so you can mod them. It's way easier to mod and to modify, to customize. And so this one is a bottom print sheet storage. I saw that there was also one that you can put on the side. So yeah, indeed, the end. Good transition. Because since it's the same base, I mean, now we're going very further away from the original one, but it's approximately the same base as the MK3, which is the same base as the MK2, etc., etc. It means that this Happy New Year, everyone. This, which is the bed, the steel sheet, my god, from the MK3, is fully compatible with the Core One. I'm not turning it around because I print a lot of PC ABS on it and PC, and it completely destroyed my plate. You can see that. It wasn't made for that. It was my mistake, and I was very rough with it. It still prints though, still printing nicely. But so technically, this one is fully compatible with the. It's the same bed basically. So which means that now I have 4 bed plates. So indeed, that's a good mod. I like that. Didn't let it cool down. Yeah, no. That's my issue. Is that when I have a print, I want to take it out of the bed as soon as possible. I don't want the bed to cool down. I don't have any time to wait. I want my part now. Exactly like this one. Which is ready in Damn, it's hard to look at the. I'm at 95%. 8 minutes, sorry. I'm reversed. I'm trying to understand the screen. Time is money. So I'm gonna take this, and we're gonna do a little round around the printer. Yep. It's the camera. The focus camera. Let me see. Yeah. Yep. So to give you a bit of context, as I said, I started to print on this one. Yeah. How professional is that? I started to print on well, I seriously started to print on this printer. I mean, this type of printer, not this one specifically. And then we switched it to an MK4, then MK4S. So most of my print experience, I'm gonna sit in the other seat. How am I gonna do this? Damn. It's gonna be a bit complicated. So most of my experience is on PRUSA machine. Okay, let me just put the camera down. It's already a mess. Now you can look at a printing while I'm setting up this. Okay, so why am I saying this? Is that I'm a bit used to the PRUSA environment and all the ecosystem, especially PRUSA Slicer, later PRUSA Connect, which is the solution to control it wirelessly, and then all the interface on the printer itself, the screen and everything. So I will try to explain you the pros and the cons. But if you have any question, if there is anything that is not very clear, don't hesitate to stop me, to ask me, because something might seem very obvious for me, but maybe not that obvious. So of course, feel free to stop me. It's just very, very pretty. Yes. I mean, I kind of like also the look of the old one, of course, the look of the MK3, because it's really it really is DIY. There is way more 3D printed parts in the printer, because if you don't know, PRUSA printer are made in Europe. Maybe not the one sold in the US now, are maybe made in the US. I'm not sure. But the idea basically is that they make all the parts themselves, almost all the parts themselves. And so a lot of these parts are 3D printed. Which is funny because when you buy, for example, a MK3, there is a high chance that the 3D printed parts on the printer were actually printed by another MK3. So, for example, I'm gonna try to focus, of course. It doesn't want to focus, but this part, it's 3D printed. This is 3D printed. All the orange part are 3D printed. This is 3D printed. This is 3D printed. The knob, of course, is 3D printed. And when we look at the Core One, there is less parts that are 3D printed, mostly because the enclosure itself is made out of aluminum. But, for example, the handle here, this is 3D printed. On the extruder, there is still a lot of 3D printed parts. You can see the fan duct is made in an engineering filament. I don't remember exactly which one it is, but it's a high temperature filament. And you can spot it. There is quite a lot, actually, of 3D printed parts on the printer itself, which is always great, because that means that if you ever need a replacement part, you can do it yourself. Where is the bluff? Show us printer. It is. Anyway, this one is gonna get out for now. This printer will have enough attention in the next months, coming months. It was just to show you the evolution, mainly. Lower the music. Okay. Sorry. My god, you can see the green screen. No, you can see that it's all fake. Is it better this way? Enclosure is still not aluminum. Ah, okay. Why did I think it was aluminum? I think I mixed it with something else. Why did I? Because yeah, that make way more sense that it's steel, because it's magnetic. You can put magnet on it. So why did I say aluminum? Well, anyway, it's steel. Thank you for the correction. And thank you for following Drurage. Drurage336. So, what is the volume with the fan? Oh, you mean like the... I can do a test. No, not this one, Like the noise, you mean? Oh my god, I need to be quick before the print is done. I would say it's the sound of any other printer. When the fan of the enclosure is on, it's the sound of any other printer. When the fan of the enclosure are off, it's actually very quiet. Of course, it will depend of the speed of the print, if you're printing quicker or no. The quicker you're printing, the louder it's gonna be. But the sound itself of the printer is very low. I didn't try yet the stealth mode with it, which is the mode to reduce the sound. But it's going to be hard to give you an idea, and the app is downloading. So, let me see. I just need to shut up. Yeah, we're at 50 basically. 50. And if I turn off the fan, if I turn off the fan, it's a bit lower. It's like 45, 47. Depending on the movement. That gives you an idea. Okay. Anyway. That's, wait, Core One L. Ah, that's why, yeah, the Core One L is aluminum. Okay. Okay. That sounds quiet. It is, yeah. What are the actual spec of the printer? So, I mean, which spec do you want exactly? Basically, so, in terms of, now it's done, it's great. In terms of pure spec, as in print temperature, print speed, print volume, if I remember correctly, the extruder, the base extruder, because you can upgrade it for a higher hard stand, is gonna be 290 degree with a bed that goes up to 120 degree and a heated chamber that goes to 55 degrees Celsius. Everything is in Celsius. The volume is bigger than the MK4 in Z because it's the same bed. So it's, let me see, I have it right here. 250, oh sorry, 25 by 22 by 27 centimeters. To give you an idea, that's approximately the volume of a MK3 or MK4. That's for the volume and the temperature. Now the print speed, it will depend on your nozzle and your filaments. I think that I don't have the, because we're gonna change the nozzle right before, so it comes pre-installed with a CHT nozzle, which is the high flow nozzle, and the one that we're gonna install later is reinforced for engineering filaments, and it goes up to 21 millimeter cube per second. So I think the CHT is a bit more than that, but let me get the exact value. I'm just gonna open PRUSA Slicer up. Let me see. Give me a sec. So, right here, I would need a cameraman. Speed. For the Core One is 600. Well, yeah. That depends on which axis, but oh no, it's free. Yeah, okay, it was the acceleration, so it's 350. Yeah, 350 millimeters per second. Up. Let me close this. We'll go around PRUSA Slicer a bit later. So it's 360. To be fair, I didn't try it on max speed quite yet. I'm not much of a speed guy. I'm mostly quality, and even if the print is a bit slower. Yep. Nah. Doing everything with one hand is not the handiest thing. And of course, so the printer come with, I'm gonna sit down because the thing is that the chat is in my back and so I cannot see you. Let me do this. We're gonna take the camera again a bit later. So this way I can speak to you. Okay, so as I was saying, what was I saying? I don't remember. Yes, it comes pre-installed with smooth sheet. So the one that I showed you later was a texture sheet, and there is the option to get texture, satin, and smooth. Depending, it will depend on the material that you're printing, and it will depend on the quality that you want, like the surface finish that you want. And usually we say that the textured plates give a bit more adherence to the print, so it prevents warping and things like that. Even though I never had, with PLA at least, never had issue with the smooth plates, I still prefer the textured plate because I mostly prefer the finish of the textured, like the first layer basically. But I must say that I kind of like the smooth one. It give a nice texture. Okay. I think we are gonna. Should we analyze this? Or yeah, we're gonna analyze this one very quickly, just to show you the results. To give you an idea, this was printed in 0.15. I didn't modify any preset. I didn't modify the speed. I didn't modify the temperature. I just took the PRUSA main setting with, of course, some SUNLU PLA plus 2.0, and that's the result that we have. Let me show you. So why am I saying that? Is that basically next stream, so which is gonna be why don't I have the last message of 15 in a row from Builders Mark? I don't know why it didn't appear in chat. Anyway, can you see me? I'm trying to connect the camera. Okay. Like this. No, it's not connecting. Come on. It's coming. It's not coming. Now? In 2026, we are not making giveaway, I think. Of course there will be giveaway. Of course there will be giveaway. Why is it so slow? Couldn't connect. Why cannot you connect? Okay, good. So yeah, we are gonna make a giveaway, of course, not today, but next week. I can imagine the price of that in my country. In which country are you? You don't know? And also with the discount and everything. Yep. So, is it focusing? I'm gonna try to... Where's the focus? Ah. Ooh. It was because I was... Was it because I was on manual focus? Is it focusing now? No, it's not. This camera is not made to be too close to the print. The floor is in perfect focus. That's my main issue. That's my main issue. Okay, let me do it manually then. Hopla. Okay, now. Now you can see. So as you can see, this is the smooth finish. Trinidad. Yes, I remember. Indeed, I don't know how it is for the import here. So as you can see, this is the smooth plate. I'm trying to still be in focus. Okay. And it's funny because you can see that here, for example, I didn't clean the bed. And you can see the leftovers from the previous print. The two round, the hexagon, and yeah, that's because I didn't clean the bed. The floor is the final enemy. I'm still gonna try to... because it's a bit annoying to be forced to do the focus myself. What if... Ah, it is focusing! Amazing, it's just very, very slow. What can we say about this? It's very good. There is a bit of tweaking to do regarding the hovering here. Probably that it's a temperature problem. It's a bit running a bit too hot. To know that the PLA is better to print with the door open, because otherwise if the enclosure is too hot, you didn't see anything. If the enclosure is too hot, that's when you will have some issue with the hovering. I say that, but the bridge, for example, you can see the bridge here. Yep, they are very clean. They are very clean. There's a bit of stringing here, but that's probably due to the filament that's not dry. I mean, I say that there is like one hair. That's it. And there is a bit of VFA. And I saw that they released an article on this matter. And that's basically I need to tune the belt tension. Other than that, there is not much to say, which is a great thing. We're gonna be a bit more in depth with that on Thursday. That's something I mentioned very briefly, but if you look at the calendar on Twitch, on Thursday we're gonna have a stream about my next mission. My next mission being calibrating all of our SUNLU filaments for this printer. And so with the idea of focusing especially on the engineering filament that are of course the filament that are the hardest to print and that you don't want to mess around too much and for too long. So I will do the messing around so you don't have to do it. And we're mainly going to talk about that next Thursday, where we're going to see how to calibrate the filaments in depth and print peak on it. I'm coming to that. How to calibrate in depth the filaments, because as you can see, I already start printing some print tower. But we're not gonna stop at the print tower, at the temp tower, sorry. We're gonna go way beyond that. We're gonna use the micrometer and we're gonna try to calibrate it as perfectly as possible in order to have some very nice setting for the future filament. Now the peak, that's interesting that you mentioned it because PRUSA released something. Let me see. Let me see if I can show you. Where is it? PRUSA Core One Plus. Where is it? I know it's somewhere. I saw it. There maybe? I float, no. Exactly this. This is unfortunately out of stock for the moment. But this is a nozzle, I mean a hot end assembly for the Core One series. And it's allow us to print. Good evening, Nova, and thank you for being here. It allows us, as you can see, to print at 400 degrees Celsius. So if I manage to get my hand on one like that, it means that we will be able to print some peak. I will also need to manage and to get a plate that resists high temperature. But that's easy. That's the easy part. So it's in the plan. I want to get one. I don't know when, but yeah, I want to print peak before the end of the year, to give you an idea. And of course, if we do so, we're going to talk about it on stream. Okay. Let me show you some of the print that I already did. And especially... I keep turning off this camera and it's a bad idea. Because now it's gonna take... Oh. What? We just started this year. Yeah, that's why I'm saying by the end of the year. So that way you have way more time to work around that. I don't have too much pressure. Okay. This camera is not working. I cannot show you the print. I mean, for the time for it to load. I mean, not that the print are very interesting. By the end of a year, 2030. I mean, that's not me to decide that just when PRUSA decide to put it back in stock, of course. Of course. To be fair, the first print in peak is gonna be very stressful. We're not gonna lie. It's gonna be stressful. Okay. You don't have too much PRUSA. We'd never have too much PRUSA. This one. Oh, PRUSA pressure. Oh my god. Oof. That's a joke that I could have made. No, it's too smart for me. I couldn't have made this job. Of course, the first print had to be a Banshee. What else? Now my end is very saturated. Well, it's a Banshee. That was the first print that we did. The first print straight from the printer, straight from the USB key. There is, to be fair, not much to say. I'm trying to show the reflection so you can see if there is a hull line or... To be fair, that's very clean. And also, mind you, this one was printed in 8 minutes. There is a bit of line here. The rest is clean. There is a bit of under-extrusion here. And on top too. Other than that, not much to say. It's a Banshee. It's a very clean one. It's 8 minutes. Same first few layer been hot. Yeah. And this was printed. Yeah. Oh yeah, because it's... Yeah, you can see that the first layer are a bit shinier than the last one. So yeah. This was printed. I don't remember. I would need to dive in the G-code to see. This one you already saw. It's a Christmas tree in vase mode that... Oh, wait. Yes, it is in vase mode. That we printed in Christmas in silk PLA. There is even less to say. There's still the same line. Even less to say. It's very clean. It's a vase mode. So of course it's clean. The tip is a bit blurry. Same. I aim to reduce this kind of thing with the calibration that we're gonna do. And 2 temp tower, because 2 is better than 1. I just did the mistake to print it on a dual color, which make it a bit less readable than a normal how do you say, monocolor? Solid color filament. But now that's an issue. Wasn't it 14 minutes? Maybe. I don't remember. It was 2 months ago. 1 month ago. I don't remember. I think it was 8. I believe you. It was 13. 14. Let's cut it in half and say 11 minutes. Now I have an issue with the temp tower. That's cyan yellow. Exactly. That's cyberpunk color. Give me a sec. It's right here. Yep. I got 8 roll like that. Ah, perfect. It's blue. No. It's yellow. Get that? So it is yellow cyan, yeah. Exactly. Yellow cyan PLA matte dual color. That's a nice color. Very nice color. And yep. That's why I with this filament. Hello, Brian. That's send it to me, please. One spool. It's the only spool like that I have in the office, and I need to print with it because this part is the Y-axis holder for this printer. It's a little mod that I'm printing right now. That's what we're gonna use for the cyberpunk mod. I'm testing to see if I like the color. So I'm sorry, Gurkham. We only have one like that. Got any black gold silk in there? No, I don't. I'm trying to think. Black gold. I don't think we do. I can check for you. Send me a message, I will check for you. And then on Thursday, you will remind me and I will tell you that I forgot. So yeah, I was saying the temp tower. I'm a bit annoyed is that the problem with the temp tower is that it was something that was making a lot of sense back in the day. But now you print a temp tower on modern printer and it's the same result everywhere. Mostly. Like the difference between the different temperature is very mild. Like it's basically perfect at every temperature. I mean perfect. It's basically very good. You can see that the bridge is not quite the same. You can see, of course, that the higher you go, the lower the bridge quality is. But like, I need a new model because now with modern printer, it doesn't make as much sense as it used to do. Joli mélange de couleurs. I really like this dual color indeed, yeah. It's nice. Wait, where did I put the charger? I ask 8 people what color they think the print I've done is. None I say black so far, always blue. I need to see it with my own eyes. It's just a matter of perception, I'm sure. I want to know the print file for the Flexi Dinosaur and nobody has gotten back to me. The Flexi Dinosaur? Which dinosaur are you talking about? Can you... because I don't have access to the message on Facebook, so I don't know. At 190 degree, the volumetric flow rate was surely quite low. That's also the issue, is that it's a temp tower with a G-code already made by someone. And so it's often old model, old G-code that are reused with just modified temperature, not modified anything else. So it's a bit obsolete. It's mostly an overhang and bridge. Yeah, that's why you need to find better model for that. or do the G-code, make the G-code myself. Because it's like, it's funny, but yeah, it's a bit useless. Great dummy color, yeah. Look at them too. PC ABS for the black and PLA for the armor. And this one is just ABS for the white and PLA for the armor. And a bit of resin for the eye. I can DM a few pics later. I'm a bit scared now. How can I post the pictures on air? And you cannot send a link, I think. Where did you see the flexible dinosaur? Did you see it on the website, or because I don't know which one you're talking about? Try to send it in the chat, a link. And if it doesn't work, we will try something else. I was talking about the SUNLU silk collar, and it had each silk collar filament with a giant flexi disc on top of each filament spool. Let me see. Maybe it's on the website. Yep. Why choose a PRUSA Core One to test? Because I love this printer. No, because mostly, as I was saying, I have the most of my experience is made in on PRUSA printer, and we have a good I was about to say we're a friend, but we met. My God, I'm doing two things at the same time. Yep. What was I saying? Yes, the guy at PRUSA are very nice, and so they proposed to send us a printer so we can try and we can print with it. And so of course we say yes, because it's a great printer and because I want all the printer in the world. I'm on the silk PLA, but I don't see the model. I don't know which one you're talking about, I'm sorry. Or is it just... Oh, no, it's silk. No, silk. I shouldn't do that now. I don't know why I'm doing it now. Silk PLA Plus. I don't know. Okay, just try to send me a DM on Twitch if you can. And we will see. I won't spend the stream trying to look for it. Sorry. Try to send me a DM on Twitch. What was I saying? You want all the printer in the world? Yep. You have to axe Canon, HP, Epson, and Brava too. Yeah, that's my favorite type of printer. The paper printer. It would be fun if PRUSA was actually making a paper printer. I think they could. They could do it. But for old printer, we would have to grow. Yeah, I don't desperate. We will have to grow the office mostly because we will need a bit more room to fit everything. That would be the main issue I want to say. And thank you, no, but welcome, pizza. Hello. If PRUSA make a paper printer, will SUNLU make a copy paper? That's actually a good idea. That's a good idea. What is your Twitch? The Twitch is SUNLU_3D. You could attach a pen as a nozzle and use the printer as a plotter. Yeah, some people did that, and it's actually the result is very, very clean. Very clean. Let me just take my checklist so I know what else, because right now it's a mess. I'm yapping. I didn't change the category, talk show and podcast. Oh my God, I didn't change the, because on Twitch it doesn't do it automatically. Give me a second. I didn't change the title of the stream on Twitch. Yep. I'm stupid. That's my bad. Okay. It's a bit late now. And on top of that, I forgot to... Oh no, it's recording automatically. Woohoo! Nice. I'm not... I mean, I'm stupid, but I have security to counter my my dumbness. And thank you for the follow, Yukon Cornelius. Quite a few people who worked at SUNLU in China then worked at this tiny thermal paste paper printer company later, as there are some of these also in Shuai. Yeah, I mean, basically it's the same technology, if I'm not mistaken, as the bill when you go to the supermarket, for example. It burned the paper and it's marked. If we are talking about the same thing. Yep, still in 2025. No, it's not, indeed. Happy 2025. Brian Caldwalder from Facebook. Give me a sec. Thank you, thank you. I will answer you tomorrow, probably. Or after the stream. Caldwalder. Sorry. So, where was I? We talk a bit about the spec, the speed and the precision of the thing. I told you, oh yeah. So, basically, that's what's great with the PRUSA ecosystem, is that it's an open source ecosystem, semi-open source. I know that they create a new open source license specifically for this printer, because before that, the open source license were made mostly for software. And so, it wasn't really suitable for product like that. So they made a new license to be able to protect their property, basically, but still allow people to have access to the file, to modify it, mod it. And so, for example, if you go on Printable right now, you will see that there is these two things, which are basically the full CAD of the printer, which is very great if you want to modify your printer yourself, if you want to do any mod on it. And there is literally like the full CAD, which make every modification way simpler. It's a printer made to be modded, basically. And why am I saying that specifically is that the idea behind all this is that the base, the pure base, the essence of the printer is the same from the MK3 to this one. And you can even go higher to the MK2. So that's why, for example, they are selling conversion kits to transform your MK3 in a MK4, or to transform your MK4 in a Core One. So technically, the MK3 that I have, I could make it in a Core One. It wouldn't make much sense because most of the parts are replaced. So I would basically have another printer. But it's to show you a bit of the philosophy behind the conception of this printer. And so that's why we were talking a bit earlier about the mod that you can do. Someone was pointing one of their fav mod was the one where you can put your plate under it. This one, for example, have some kind of a hole on the side. Yep. Yeah. So it's just used to hold it, but there is already some mod to put a SCADIS thing, to put some drawers, to put some to modify stuff. You can of course make some feet, you can make some plenty of modification. And now GMG a few pics. Ooh, thank you. And now that the CAD are available, we can expect a lot of more mod and modification. Just go on Printable and you will see all the thing. So that's one of the main thing of why I like this kind of philosophy on 3D printer is that it's really followed the open source philosophy that was the core of 3D printing at the beginning, and it guarantees a good support for years to come. It guarantees a lot of like modding, and also in a way it gives way more what's the word? I have it in French, but I don't have it in reliability. Because basically, if something breaks, you have a lot of resource to repair it, and you have a lot of resource to also upgrade and make another part that broke, for example. Upgrade, firmware upgrade, free and for DIY. Exactly. That's the idea. And I remember, yeah, you can modify to dry box for filaments. Yeah, for example, you can have a dry box on the side. Because, let me show you. Right now, there is only... Wait. Yep. So this is the spool holder. But you can have a dry box here to basically keep your filament dry when you're printing. So this model that we have here is the Core One Plus, but it's the really the base one. We don't have the MMU3, which is the multi-material unit. We don't have the camera in it. There is all kind of modules that you can add that we don't have, but we can add them whenever we want afterward. Yep. No, that's the trash. So yeah, for me, that's the... From experience also, this, as I said, is guarantee a really good reliability. And I already told you about it quite a lot of time now, that in my previous job I was running a little print farm that was mainly with MK3 and MK4. And it was... We never had any issue. We had one issue when we switched from an MK4 to an MK4S. We did a little modification, like an upgrade on the printer, and we had a problem with a motor. That's it. We changed it, and it was good. MK4S Core One is basically a full reassembly. There is a PRUSA wire project for assembling a new printer from leftovers from MK4S to C1 upgrade. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great. I mean, there is, of course, the extruder is the same. Probably that the stepper motor are the same for all the axes, I guess. But yeah, there is the enclosure that's new. There is, so all the frame of the MK4 is not used anymore for that. But yeah, it's a fun project to give a second life to your printer, but it's often more usable to just buy a new full printer. Thank you for responding to me, and I look forward to hearing back from you. I appreciate you guys. You're welcome. You will thank me when I will answer you though, because I didn't solve any of your situation for now, but I wish I will be helpful. Farm or garden. I was gardening some printer. Take 4 of your old printer to make yourself a giga printer. But to be fair, that's the little garden of printer that I had at my job. Again, it was running MK3. There was 2 MK3, all the rest was MK4. It's obviously an old printer, way slower, but it still works, so it's still in use, it still print great. The modification that we did is that we add a little Raspberry Pi to connect it to the Wi-Fi, which is what we're gonna go see on the computer a bit later. Thank you for subscribing, Avelino. So that's around the ecosystem, basically. That's something that is very pleasant. And also, still a bit on the firmware like that. I remember, especially when I started, since it's a firmware that are used a lot for, like, that community is experimenting a lot with, and that's very open to the community. It's very, you very often see some pretty major upgrades on the firmware and on the software on PRUSA Slicer too. And it's very pleasant. You're like, all of a sudden, oh, I have a new features on the thing, and it solved a lot of my issue, and it worked very great, and that's such a pleasant feeling. I remember when, with just an upgrade of PRUSA Slicer, we went from normal support to the organic, the tree support, which is now the base. Everybody is using them. But before that, we didn't have it on PRUSA Slicer. And this is the kind of thing that you want to see more often, because it's such pleasant to have this kind of upgrade. Just get another brand with no issue to begin with. There is no issue. I know what you're trying to do, Maki. MK3 is perfect for the TPU. Yeah, I didn't try TPU yet on this one. That will be part of the thing that we are gonna do when we're gonna calibrate the filament. But basically, something that I often say with the MK3 that we have here is that if it doesn't work, print it with the PRUSA, meaning the MK3. Is that if you struggle with the filaments, try first with the MK3 and you will see that it will print perfectly. Even without an enclosure, it will print. Slowly, but it will print. And this is quite satisfying. It's good the environmentalists don't know how many trees we're cutting down. Oh my god. This is not gardening anymore. Oh yeah. Talking about retro compatibility. So it's an old topic, but this one used an extruder, which is the same extruder as the MK4. It's not the same extruder as the MK3, but in order to be fully compatible, the nozzle is not the same, but you can buy some adapter to use your old nozzle on the new printer. Wonderful. It's a detail, but it's good, especially since the V6, the old nozzle, are so cheap. It's like a couple of euro for the thing. So, what else do I have to say about it before we switch to the modification and to a bit more in depth of PRUSA? Because what PRUSA Slicer, what we're gonna do basically is that we're gonna change the nozzle on this one. We're gonna put a hardened nozzle. Because right now it's just a brass nozzle, and since I want to print some engineering filament, of course, hardened nozzle is required. And then we're gonna have a look at the slicer, PRUSA Slicer, and then we will have a look at PRUSA Connect, which is the solution to manage your print and send your prints wirelessly. Doubt many brands would do that. Yeah, that's a little detail, but it's a detail that say a lot about the philosophy of the thing. Is that I'm sure in terms of engineering, it's a real challenge to adapt your old nozzle to your new printer. You want to go beyond, but the fact that they did it is a detail, but it's great. It's great. I'm trying to contact you about another issue. I can't seem to get hold of anyone. What's the best way to get in contact with someone? Well, I was about to say I'm not support, so not me. But you can still send me a DM on either Reddit or Twitch, and I will try to help you. Either Reddit, yeah, but because I cannot left people hanging like that. But send me a DM on Reddit or Twitch, and I will try to see what we can do. I talk about the conversion kit. Should we? Because I also want to do a little tour of the firmware directly on it. Yeah, we're gonna do this now. And then Nicolas is 99% of the support, even not being part of the support. Nah. And even when I'm doing support, I'm just basically sending it to the support. I'm not doing it myself. When you're done with the PRUSA modification, you can modify your keyboard the next. That's actually a great idea. Wireless printing is why I choose Bamboo Lab printer. I mean, we'll see that right after, because there is PRUSA Connect. That's basically wireless printing. Not to spoil you, but basically it only depends on you what you prefer. Personally, I prefer PRUSA Connect, but it's mostly because I'm used to PRUSA Connect. If you're used to Bamboo solution of managing the printer, I want to say use that, because of course it's like depending on what your favorite thing is and what you're used to, of course you're gonna change. For me it's PRUSA Connect, but it can be whatever solution suits you the best. And favorite filaments, I want to say PLA. I'm gonna be boring saying that, but PLA is so easy and so versatile. Like, I love PLA. Other than that, maybe TPU 90. It's flexible and it's funny. Yeah, TPU I like. I'm mostly about color and texture more than material. But it depends. I like the carbon fiber filament. It depends. Depend on my mood. Okay, let's switch to this one so I can have a little more detail about it. Yep. Sorry if I made all of you throw up. That's a cute idea, unicorn style. I mean, actually for children, maybe. That's actually not... You said that as a joke, but that's actually quite a good idea. I have too much work though. Maybe later. Okay. It's kind of ominous. Okay, let me just tighten this up because I cannot... Okay, like that. Okay. So, I want to show you the little detail that change, basically that you won't see on other printer. Because nowadays, for the Core XY printer, which is this case, basically, okay, just to have a little explanation for the newbie, the Core XY, the principle is that the nozzle is fixed on the Z-axis and move on the XY axis. So for example, if I move the X-axis, you can see it move from left to right, and the Y-axis from front to back. And if I want to move the Z-axis, it's gonna move the whole motor, like that. The whole motor, no, the whole bed, that will go up and down. The difference between that and a bed slinger is that a bed slinger, this one, which is a full mess because I have everything that came in the kit, is that the Z, it's the opposite basically. The Z is the extruder moving up and down, which is great for the stability, but the Y-axis is the bed moving back and forth. which is not great for stability because the prints tend to move. What you want usually when you print is to have the print as stable as possible. And the only difference is that the x-axis is the same. That's it. It wobble. Gotta go back to work tomorrow. Yep, we all do. It always wobble. Which is, to be fair, not... So why... Now the question is, why didn't we do a core XY since day one? Why did we even bother with a bed slinger? But as always, it's in terms of price. Is that usually a XY is more expensive. It's more complicated to do and it's also more expensive to do. But that's not all. It's also that when you go like a MK3, which is for today's standard, I mean, quite slow, it's not much of an issue because the bed slinger won't move too quickly and so you won't have too much wobble like Maki was saying. But now with today's standard, the XY way make way much sense and you can be way quicker. And hello, Danny, greeting from Germany too. We're also in Germany. And Happy New Year. Okay. A little detail that you don't often see on every printer, that it's a bit niche, not everybody will use it, but it's great to have it, is that this printer is connected in Wi-Fi, of course, but I don't know if I will be able to show you. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to... Well, this is an Ethernet port. So you can connect it with an Ethernet cable. Which is nice if you want to do that. Depending on your situation, it's always nice to have the option. I learned today that they are releasing a Core One specifically for sensitive industry. And there is a ton of safety features on it to basically protect the printer against like hacking and things like that. And I guess that in this kind of situation, you would want to use an Ethernet port, for example. It's niche, but it's good to know. Another problem with a Cartesian printer, print bed weights change as the print goes on, which make it difficult to implement good IS. Yeah, input shaper. Indeed. Ethernet slot. Imagine having a print farm with 100 printer, each of them with cable. I mean, you laugh, but I think in certain situations it would make sense. If you want them to be connected only locally on LAN, for example, not connected on... I don't know. I'm trying to think about some situation where it would be useful. I don't know. Maybe it can be useful. The most safest is either USB stick or SD card. Yeah, I think that the one that they're selling have a USB card with a code on the USB directly. I didn't dig too much into it, but yeah. And of course, whoopla. Main difference, which was also the case on the MK4, they switch on the MK4 because basically the same interface and screen as the MK4 is that now it uses a USB key, while before, I mean way before, it was using a SD card. Detail, especially now that everything is done with Wi-Fi, it's still good to have it rather than a SD card. Imagine having a server room with all the server connected by cable. Can you imagine that? That would be crazy. You can set other brand as only work LAN mode though. Yeah, Yeah. I mean, even on Wi-Fi, I don't know. I'm sure some people will have a utility to have just the Ethernet cable. But that's not the right scene. No, that's still not the... What did I do? Wait a sec. Did I just delete my scene? Or did I put it somewhere else? Ah, no, that's this one. Yeah, give me a sec. My god. Okay, sorry. Nice glove. You will see that later. Maybe Ethernet is more stable. Yeah. Even though when you send the... I mean, that's why, yeah, if you have 200 printer, I don't know if the Wi-Fi would be an issue. Well, anyway. Because after that, it's stored locally. When you send the file, it's stored locally. A detail also is that there is a little NFC tag on the back. So when you set up your printer, you scan the NFC tag with your phone to set up automatically the Wi-Fi and connect it automatically to your account. That's a detail, but that's a great thing. It make the setup very easy. Okay. Another detail. You can have the door on both sides. It's a very useful detail. You can put it the other way. Anyway. And also, something that I discovered. It's basically, we're gonna have a little talk about the safety features. And this is part of it, is that I put the bed fully... Okay, that's bad. There is a door detection thing. So you can have a child safety. When the door is open, the print stop. I mean pause, not stop. Otherwise it would be very annoying. And this is part of the thing I was talking about a bit earlier, about the implementation of the idea of the community, is that there is a lot of things like that that make the firmware very refined and very pleasant to use, is that everything is well thought of, because you can see that when you're used to it, everything fall under your hand very nicely and feel very pleasant to use. So there is safety features like that, or for example, there is the thing that if the printer stay for too long at high temperature, without printing, of course, it will turn off. For safety reason, it will turn off the heating element, for example. There is safety like that basically prevent the printer from destroying itself and destroying your whole house with it, which is quite nice. Having a lot of Wi-Fi devices on the same network can easily introduce stability issue. Yeah, wired network is way more simple to set up in this case. Yeah. Okay, let me look at the chat because I missed it a lot. PRUSA also as an app also, yes, it's useful if you got printer side by side. Yeah, let me show you on the phone. Basically, it's a PRUSA Connect app to control the whatever you control on PRUSA Connect. You can control that. Where did I put it? Basically, they told me that the job was done. So yeah, that's the app. And you can control all your print history. And for example, if I go on this one, you have the all the whatever information. I can. Is the printer ready? Yes, the printer is ready. Printer received the file. And so now it's printing. Well, I don't want another print tower, but you got the idea. So yeah, a little detail, but yeah, if I have the history, I can reprint stuff. And also, we will go a bit more in detail, but the queue is so great. The queue is something that's so great. We're gonna talk about it a bit later. The control also, that's quite useless, not gonna lie. But yeah, it's there. See, if I want to move it, I tap, it sends it, and yeah. I mean, I say it's useless because you can do it directly from the printer, but it's great to have. Of course, you can, yeah, the speed, the flow, all the little tweaking that you can. This is before, so this is just the movement. When you have a print ongoing, you can set up everything else, like the speed of each fan and everything. And you have your file, you have printable. Yeah, because they introduced recently, I didn't try it a lot, but a slicer that work on the browser or on your phone. So you don't need a computer to slice, which is great. I tried it once, it worked nicely. I don't have much else to say. Okay. The door opening, it's meant for printer side by side. Yeah, it's yeah, and it depends also what you set up look like. If you prefer the door opening on one side or the other, like yeah. If it's in, I don't know, it's great to have. It's like, it does have auto leveling. Yes, it does have an auto leveling with basically a pressure sensor in the nozzle, so it will prop the bed. And the little thing also is that, I mean, we can, okay, I'm gonna reprint it so you can see just the setup of the bed leveling, is that basically it doesn't prop the whole bed, it only prop the zone of printing. It's a detail, but it allows the thing to be a bit quicker, because you don't need to do the complete bed leveling, you just need to prop the part that will actually have the part itself. That's nice to set. That's nice to set the speed like that and not have number. Yeah, and also, personally, I compared it a lot to the Bamboo P1S that we have, which is not really fair because I never tried the Bamboo with the big screen. So in terms of interface, I think that the P1S is lacking a lot. A lot of control. For example, you cannot control the speed. You just have the increments like sport, ludicrous, whatever. So I don't know how it is for the... for the bigger screen. I cannot really compare. But I know that having that much control is often quite pleasant. Yep. Can I? So this is just the purge, the first purge. Yep. The first probing. We are now waiting for the bed to heat. Yep. Not sure which screen the P2S has on it. I would assume it's the big one, but I'm not sure. And the BQ screen doesn't work on it anymore. Does SUNLU have any plan to support Open Print Tag? I cannot really say anything about that. It's a complicated topic. I wish, but I cannot really say anything. Also because mostly I don't know much about it. Yeah. It has a bigger one, yeah. I mean, it would make sense that they didn't keep the same thing. You could use model 12890015 on printable to make print base physically more horizontal. Let me see that. See what the future brings exactly. Absorbing heat. Oh yeah, it's absorbing heat because it's too hot inside, and since it's PLA, makes sense. Let me see. 12. Ah. Yep. Printable. Yep. What is it? PRUSA Core One, bed level correction and dust cover. Ooh, okay. It's a little, it's some cover for the, yeah, like that. Noted. It's go in my collection. 92% of absorbing heat. Nice. What else did I want to say? I don't remember. Well. Yeah, my nozzle is a bit dirty. Don't mind it. Yeah, this is the probing. Very nice. What? Okay, might continue to talk while they do this. Okay. And as you can see, basically it's probing. Which print am I doing exactly? I don't remember. But you see it's probing the middle. Probably on the 1 or 2 line. But it's not probing the whole bed. And depending on how it reacts, it sometimes prob several times the same points. I think it's gonna be the last one. The last line, I mean. Yep. And yeah, that's it. So depending on the size of your print, it will prob more or less. For example, there it didn't print the whole thing. It didn't prob the whole thing because, well, that doesn't make much sense. Yeah, that's it. And as you can see on the other print, the surface first layer is perfect. There is, of course, some dirt from the previous print, but that's it. I didn't put any glue for now on the bed. I mean, I didn't. It's PLA, and I didn't have any issue, so yeah. A tiny bit under extrusion. Yeah, we will. I mean, on this one, I don't see much on the first layer, but we will see with the calibration process. Camera is POV of a short person now. Yeah, exactly. That's my POV, basically. I'm short. But at least I don't use the printer screen thing a lot. Only to modify the temp maybe sometimes, but only on test. So the small one is good enough. Yeah, I mean, I say that, but most of my life was on this one, so... But yeah, but again, this one is small and it's very bad quality. But I still have more control on this one than on the P1S, which is a bit frustrating sometimes. I still have basically almost everything available on this screen is available on this one. It's just, yeah, not as intuitive, of course. I'm just gonna let it finish the first layer and then I'm gonna stop. Collection of shoot prints. I have a lot of collection of stuff I should print and I never do. But this one, mod PRUSA, I have a mod PRUSA collection and I usually do. That's the most thing I do. Makes sense even though that's not a lot of time saved. Yeah, of course. It's just to show you the little tweak and improve that you can accept from that. Okay, I want to stop like that. And you can see probing progress on the screen. It shows something like 9 out of 16. Yes, there is something like that. Yeah, that show how much dots they still have to do. Oh, the printer just pooped. That's clean. Not much to say. It's a very good first layer without any calibration. Yep. Yep. Indeed. Okay. The firmware. Yep. I want to see. Okay. I'm just reading my note to see if I forgot anything. No. Okay. Firmware. It's. I'm gonna try to film it without too much reflection. Basically, two things. Either you control it with the knob, which is good. I don't know why I mostly use the knob, but technically you can. Ooh. Ah, now that's great. Technically, you can just touch screen. What do I have to say about it? I think it's pretty intuitive. Like, yeah, for example, a preheat thing. Not. I mean. Yeah, nowadays, not every printer have it, which is kind of dumb. The control and the setting are pretty much, depending on what you want to do, it's pretty much the same. Control is mostly what we use on the app. Like the calibration, moving the motors, this kind of thing. And the setting is what you want to do, what you want to... Why am I describing it? You know what a setting is. Anyway. Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. I have something to say that we're gonna see a bit later. Is this set ready? No, not that. Set ready. When you set ready, well, it's already ready, but when you set it ready, it automatically prints the next thing in the queue that you created. Which can be useful in certain cases. Yep. And filaments is to control it, like to unload, load, purge, manage, edit the filaments, enable filaments, reorder filaments. This is mostly for the when you have a MMU. And print, of course, the thing that you have on your USB key. That's it. Well, that's about it. That's about it. I think we're gonna switch to the modification of the nozzle, and then we're gonna have a little tour on PRUSA Connect, and we will print something. I don't know what. I will take your suggestion. Let me just put that so I can switch. Hey! No! Yeah. Sorry. Ah. Okay. Let me read a bit of the chat. What did I miss? Sorry, the chat was in my back, so... You got above the first layer 1.1 flow. What? That will be part of the calibration process. And to be fair, I'm not... 1.1 is a bit high, I think. Let me see. Allow me to disagree. There is a bit... Yeah, we will see. We'll do some testing. Okay, give me this back. I'm gonna set up the mic first. Yep. What has printer eaten? Its tummy seemed not right. It has eaten PLA. Speaking of a mode, make it easy to clean the inside of the printer. Are you saying that my printer is dirty? I disabled touchscreen on mine, prefer the knob. Yeah, that's... which is funny. It's funny because you're like... It's easier to have the touchscreen, and yet... I often end up printing directly with... I mean, using directly the knob. Let me see this. What is this one? It's the dust, I guess. The dust cover. Ah, no, in stereo steep ramp. Okay. Okay. To protect the inside of the dust and the... Okay, okay. Noted. It will go in mod. Thank you. And... what did I want to say? Yes, I was reading that. Before you click info, I need to show the IP. Oh yeah, indeed. I mean... Yeah, indeed. I could have... I didn't. Stealth mode. Actually, I kind of stealth mode, so basically it slow down a bit the speed and certain thing and it make it more quiet. I tend to use it a lot on the old one, but it deactivates most of the safety. Most of the, for example, crash detection, this kind of thing. So, yeah. I love how stealth mode enable indicator is a stealth bomber icon. Is it? Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. I didn't even realize we're the generation that love knob. Exactly. There is a satisfying thing with it. With zero line showing. Yeah, I understand. Also, it's the smooth plate. The smooth plate tend to show a bit more line. Oh my god. Why? Ah. Yep. Look at this. I don't know if you see the bomber on the top. That's active. And if I hit, it's a stealth bomber. That's a detail. That's funny. If it crashes, crash. B2 bomber. I don't remember. I don't know much about the modern. I mean, it's not modern, this one, but bomber. Maybe B2, yeah. It's your local IP, not care about... Yeah, exactly. It's a 192.168. Exactly. It's not the Wi-Fi IP. Well, there is a piece of filament at the bottom. Yeah, it's starting. Plus d'une heure que je regarde et écoute, je sens rien comprendre. Merci. Merci de rester là et de soutenir. There's actually quite a lot of French people on the stream. Basically, no, I was about to, because this person said in French that he's been here for 1 hour and he don't understand a single thing that I'm saying, which is fair. Up, I'm putting my screen back and I'm going here so you can see the gloves. Okay, so, and I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the chat so I can have the chat right here. You gotta get CC add-on to Twitch to accept. Unfortunately, they are on Facebook, so I got my own thing to do, which include a pile of Xbox 360 and screwdrivers. Thank you for the stream and see you next time. See you on Thursday then. And thank you for being there tonight. Okay, so right. Let me let me put on the glove. Okay. I'm sorry for the quality of the video. It's a bad webcam, so I hope it's not too bad. Basically, what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm a bit I don't know what to do, because basically I want to, it's good except for the skin, for example, is quite gray, and what I want to do is that I want to put a hardened nozzle on the printer, because we need one for the engineering filament. I just realized that you have this webcam, but it's very useless. I'm just gonna remove it because it's fully useless to have that. So hardened nozzle. So I have two hardened nozzle. I have one. Yeah. So this is what I was talking about. This is a V6 nozzle. This is the old nozzle, the one that's compatible with the MK3. And they sell you this, which is an adapter to be able to use the old nozzle on the new extruder. That's not what we're gonna do. What we're gonna do, are you getting diamond back? No. I'm getting... let me try to find you the exact reference. It is... Where is it? I don't know how good it is. Triangulab Fetus. That's a weird name. Not gonna lie. This one, it's on AliExpress, of course. It's because it was cheaper on AliExpress. It's not because it's... yeah. And I read some review and it's great. And because, yeah, that's about it. So, what else do I have to say? It's a high flow hardened nozzle, and that's what we're gonna put now. Silicon carbon. 7-time hardened steel nozzle lifespan. Oh my god, can you imagine that? 7-time. 7-time. I read some great reviews, so I was like, yeah, okay, let's go for that. I don't want to spend 90 euro for a diamond nozzle. So yeah. It is a silicon carbide nozzle indeed. So with a heat break with end coat, whatever that means. My point is that we're gonna put it, and so we can print engineering filaments without going through the how do you call it? Without going through the brass that quickly. If you crash it in the bed once, it's also broken. Indeed. Indeed. So yeah, my question now is that for all the calibration of the non-engineering filaments, so PTG, PLA, ABS, this kind of thing, I think I'm still gonna use the standard brass nozzle, especially since it's a CHT, because it's the most standard one, and so that way it's compatible with most of the thing. So this is the heating block. You can see here there is the thread for the nozzle. I'm just showing you, and then we're gonna do the full assembly after that, like that. Bonne année, Skegzy. Bonne année, bonne année. Not swapping gears, or what gears the Core One has? No. For a good reason, is that the gear of the Core One is actually, on the extruder, is actually a bit different than the most of other printer. It's an orbital gearbox. It's not... And so basically what I'm trying to say with that is that it's already very good from OEM. Like, yep, I'm gonna try to show you. It's already very good, and I don't need to change it, to be fair. And especially since, I mean, would I need to put a hardened gear? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me show you. Yeah, you cannot really see the... You can kind of see. But this is the gearbox, basically. Whoopla. And funny enough, by the way, some people make mod to make it transparent so you can see the orbital gears. But yeah, I wish we could see... Yeah, this is what basically move the filament. And it's nice because that way you have way more control over the extrusion at this transparent mod on the MK4. It's very cool. This mod is very cool. The only thing is that you still need the PTFE cushion, roller, whatever, which hide a bit of the thing, but it's still very cool. And it also gets nasty, I guess, with the grease. But that's a cool mod. But yeah, the huge advantage of that is that you basically reduce a lot. You have more precision in your extrusion, basically. Because you have a way bigger ratio between your stepper motor and your gears. Look at this. That's it. That's the gearbox. Anyway, so here we have the heating element, the heating cartridge, and the thermistor. Why did I put some glove? Is that I just want to add a tiny bit of thermal paste just to make it good. But to be fair, it's not necessary. I will do it because it doesn't hurt. And I also need this. Okay. Also, I just saw a bag of one of the thing. I will talk a bit later about one of the flaws of the printer because I didn't tell you what I don't like about it. To be fair, there is to spoil you, there's not much, but there is one thing I'm not sure. We'll see a bit later. Of course, since it's PRUSA, it comes with a full kit of tool. I'm not fully stupid. Those are talks, so I'm not interested in, but this... Yep. Perfect. And then... Okay. So... I wish I had a toothpick instead. But I guess I'm just gonna dip the thing directly in the paste. I'm gonna remove a bit of the excess. And then I'm gonna clean the mess I will do afterward. Yeah, there is way too much. Yep. So I start by inserting the thermistor, screwing it in place, not too hard because we don't want to break it. If I put a bit of thermal paste on the thread, it's okay. It's only... I think I even gonna do it because it's only gonna conduct a bit more. My god. I'm doing a mess. Anyway, I'm not gonna put it squeaky clean because I'm gonna put some more. Heating element. Yep. Okay, this is a bit too much though. Yep. Never too much, exactly. Never too much. Worst case scenario, I have to clean. That's it. Okay, I just want to make it flat. That's why I'm putting it on the table like that. Nice that it goes in that way. Yes. Not like the P1S, for example. Yeah. On the other side. Or, I must say, on the MK3, that was a flow was this. It was the thermistor. Thermistor was very sensitive. And it was very easy to break it. Because it was on the side and you would twist it. And also the heat block like that wasn't removable on the MK3. It was, I mean, removable. Like, yes, it was removable, but like when you were changing the nozzle, you weren't removing the heat block. You were, I mean, I will show you. I will show you right away. Basically what you had, that you had your block like that, and your nozzle here, it's a small one, so you would screw it in, and to remove it, you would heat the thing very hot, turn off your printer, remove it while it's still hot, put a new one, and that's it. Which is a pain. It's the good thing with that is that it's cheap because you don't have to change anything. You just have to change the nozzle. Very, very easy. It's a bit of a pain. Okay, let me take some more. the cable also seemed like it would not take even slight thing to break off. Yeah. And I don't, yeah, the P1S I don't like the, with the little clamp that hold it. And you need to flex the cable and like, yeah, that's, I don't like that either. Oopla. This is the, what do you call it again? The sleeve. My god. Yep. Yeah. Smooth. Okay. I don't know if the extruder of the X1 or the H are the same. Taking it apart was big, consistently stressing about using too much force. Yeah. I agree. And I did it quite a lot lately. I did it a lot. Changing the nozzle and everything. It's really funny when you work around printer to see the difference between all of them. And the different technology that they're using. Yep. To be fair, I'm improvising here with the thermal paste on the thread of the nozzle. I never did it. I just realized that I could do it. Like right now, and I'm like, wait a second. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Yep. Like this. Just making it squeaky clean. Not that it really matters, but who knows? Something, we will see it right after on the printer itself. That change is the cover to compared to the MK4. There is a cover for the cable. The MK4 it was just slide, and now you need to remove a screw. If they did that, I guess it's because there was some issue with the previous design. But I must say that I liked it. I liked it. I liked the fact that it wasn't... you didn't need any screwdriver to remove the nozzle. Okay. It's clean. It's clean. Okay. Now. Thank you for subscribing, Sean and Jonathan. I'm not sure about thermal paste. Nozzle and block around it might have different thermal expansion property. Don't know how thermal paste would behave with potential pressure increase. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I don't know. I guess we will see first. And also, just tightening it up a bit. The thing is, there is such a few thermal paste. Like worst case, it escaped by the top. I don't know. My concern would be how it's age. Because indeed, if it dry, then it cannot expand. I don't know. I will tell you. Doubt it have any noticeable difference in any direction. I agree. I agree. Up. We put the silicone sock. The thing is that my gloves are nasty, so I'm making it a bit nasty. And that's it. This is assembled like that. Now we assemble it on the printer. So. No, not this one. This one. The larger the parts, then the thermal expansion mean more. If the nozzle and block was 1 meter by 1 meter, then it would be an issue. Yeah, true. True. Which is not the case. Like, I don't know what's the expansion, but probably not a lot. So... Whoop. I will remove my gloves. I will move the printer. So, it's the good occasion to tell you about the flow of this printer. When swapping V6 nozzle with adapter, you first fully tighten it, then heat up everything at 250. After that, I usually can tighten it by one more, so thermal expansion does play some role there. Okay, that's interesting. Imagine a nozzle that size and nozzle being like 10 centimeters. I mean, yeah, there is. Which is a material pretty fast. I would start printing both. There is like the big printer use, I mean, but then you use pellets. So it's closer to an extrusion machine than a 3D printer. Let me take this. Okay. So, for me, the flow of this printer, and I saw it's a flow, but there is already mod to correct that. So the first one, it's not really a flow. It's just a... I don't know what to think about it. Is that this is plastic. It's not glass, it's plastic. Which is great for the transport because it's lighter and more resistant. Other than that, there isn't much different. I don't know what to think. So yeah, just so you know. Second thing also that I didn't mention is that there is the vents here to open and close the thing. And if you look inside, I didn't have the mic, but the part that I showed you here, this is a 3D printed part. And if you look at the extruder here, there is kind of a probe at the top. And basically, the extruder will move manually to open and close this. So you don't have to think about it. The printer will automatically open and close the vent for you. Just a little detail. So, that's not the thing I wanted to talk about. I'm just reading the chat again. I'll just take out company extruder and modify it. They do approximately 300 kilo an hour doing shit. Oof. Oof. Yeah, what the flow for me is this. It's basically the top is fixed with rivets. So you can remove the rivet. It's plastic rivet basically. And you can remove them. Like, and they give you a bag full of them. So it's okay. It's not a, like, it's okay. It's just in terms of usability and maintenance and everything, I think that it's a bit annoying to have this very tiny rivet to remove and to put every time you want to remove the glass. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. I know I already saw a mod to have an hinge, which I will probably install. That's a detail, but yeah. Is it a rivet or a screw? No, it's a rivet. It's like, let me show you. It's yepla. Let me sit. They give you a bag full of it. You see these plastic rivets, just like you see them a lot in the automotive industry. Automotive industry, what am I saying? Like the cars industry. Yeah, that's yeah. I hate those. Yeah, it's a weird choice, I must say. It's a weird choice. Maybe I would have preferred to have screw, like, rather than that, to be fully fair. It would have been annoying, but yet less annoying, I think. But again, I saw that there was a mod to correct that, so I will probably do it. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Because I need to put a camera. Now you have a wonderful European flag on screen. Okay. I'll just bring it forward. Yeah, but the thing is now you cannot see anything. Okay. And on top of that, can I put the flash? Because otherwise, since I'm gonna turn off the thing, it probably had something to do with some kind of certification. Yeah, probably. I don't know. I've installed like 10k and more rivet with gun, and even metal one are annoying. Yes, I would say metal one are even more annoying. Let me just... can I put the flash? I don't know. Hello, palms. I don't know if I can put the flash. Ah, that's annoying. Well, okay. But basically, maybe it was a bad idea to try to do it on stream, especially since the mic is very short. Let me see. So basically what we do is that there is a screw to remove this plate. We remove this plate. We unplug the two cables. We unscrew these two knobs. And then we remove the hot end. We put the new one back. We screw. We plug. We put the thing back. And that's it. Can we? Maybe something like that. I cannot show you. Wait. Well, I think I'm just gonna abandon the idea of showing you the changing of the nozzle. I'm gonna do it off stream. And we're just gonna have a little... because I'm watching the time. We're just gonna have a little discussion about... yep. A little discussion about PRUSA Connect. Also, why didn't you go with swapping nozzle only? I hate wire routing around nozzle hot end during the build. Because it's made for that. It's basically made to change the hot end instead of just the nozzle. It's easier this way. It sounds more complicated, but it's actually easier. It's just hard right now because I'm trying to set up the camera in a way that you can see the thing. But basically, as I said, you plug these two. I mean, you unplug these two, remove it, plug these two, plug it. It's literally done in 3 minutes. Yeah, I cannot show you because the camera angle is bad. Yep, no, this one. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna instead look around PRUSA Slicer and PRUSA Connect. But for that, wait. Closing the door. Okay. For that, I need something to print. I don't know what to print. Let's go on printable, and if you have anything that you want to print, any idea, share it with me and we will print it for tonight. It's just for a print test. I'm looking to see if I see anything. This can be nice. Golf GTI. Try 1524 944. Let me see. Let me see. But oh my god, I'm so stupid. Passed. Yeah, come here. If I remove... Okay. Sleeping low polycat. Perfect. Let's print that. Yep. So, as I was mentioning earlier, the camera is here. So, you cannot see me. I'm gonna be here. As I was mentioning earlier, you can print either directly slicing it in your slicer or easy print. So easy print, I didn't try it a lot yet. I literally did only just one print with it. And it's basically a slicer in your browser. So yeah, you change the setting. It's very basic. It's made mostly for newbie. Not gonna lie. It's mainly for those who don't really know how to mess up with a slicer and everything. So what I prefer is to do it manually. That way. Yep, give me a sec. Like that. So, if you don't know PRUSA Slicer, but you know Orca or Bamboo, it's basically the same. It's just that the buttons are not at the same place, but in general, it's the same. This one, let's just try very quickly to see how long it takes. 28 minutes. I think we can boost that up to be even quicker because it's 26. What kind of... Okay. So, we're gonna do a very quick version of it. So, that's also something that's surprising, is that there is not in the normal Core One. Oh wait. Wait a second. I hope someday PRUSA and SUNLU will do video in French. I order almost only SUNLU filament, but I don't understand a single thing. I wish I could stream in French too. J'aimerais bien streamer en français, mais ça va pas être pour maintenant. Pas maintenant. Ah, now this is the one, the high flow nozzle. That's what I want. Okay. There is PLA plus 2.0 preset as well if you're using it. Yes. Yes, yes. Ah, now that's interesting. That's the one I want, the 1.28. Yes, there is this one. It's not officially made by SUNLU. So I will work around them to see if I like them or no. Yep, 20 minutes. I want to be quicker. Even quicker than that. So, of course... What? I don't want a color change. Yeah, I still have the problem with my mouse that's not holding the click. So, of course... I'm a man of value. So, I'm not gonna use grid, but I'm gonna use... adaptative cubic, thank you. And I'm not gonna use 15, but 10. Yep. I usually use 8. Give me PTSD. PTSD of what? Of slicing? Grid in... Oh, the grid infill. Oh, yeah, no. I don't know why they still use it as the base in every slicer. It's always the grid. I'm like... It might be hitting minimal layer time at this point. Oh, this is like the... Do I want to use only one perimeter? My god, this mouse is gonna drive me insane. Yeah, also... Oh my god. So this, you can see, is if you want color change. I don't want color change. Just press plus and it add a new color. Or it add a pose if you right click, pose, or custom G-code. Whatever. Custom G-code is usually what we use to do the... My god, the temp tower. So 19 minutes. Okay. No. Filaments. I said density, spool weight. I want to advance. Volumetric speed 25. Okay, good. We are gonna go at one perimeter to see how much it is. Still 19 minutes. Okay, I think we are yeah. As you said, minimum layer, so it's we cannot go. Of course we can. We need to do this. Scale. Ah. 9 minutes. Okay. Gotta do adaptive layers on top one. Yes, indeed, because this is quite ugly. I don't know if PRUSA slicer have adaptative layer. To be fair, it's been a long time since I didn't use it, and I didn't look at the detail. Of course they do. Of course they do. Speed. Look at this. It's better. Not much better, but it's better. Still 15 minutes though. Well, it will do. It will do. Oh my god, look at this thing. It's empty. Okay. So. Yeah. Before I start, way better, yeah. Always way better. Maybe infill combination to take 5 seconds off. No, I think it's gonna be okay. I think it's gonna be okay. Two things. First, you export your G-code if you want it on your USB key or whatever. Or, in our case, since it's connected, we send it to connect. And that's the greatness of it. Either we put it in the print queue, or we print it now. Or we schedule a delay start, or copy a... Usually it's either one or the other. Of course, I want to print it now. Flow rate. Flow rate is already at the maximum. Almost. Or layer time. Limit speed. Yeah, do I have... full fan. No. Minimum print speed 20, yeah, no, course. Yeah, but this one is just for the cooling. So I don't think, no. Anyway, costs 5 cents. 5 cents. Yeah, because of course in your filament you can say how much it costs. I like that the unit for the cost is money per kilogram. So you put your value to have the price, of course, the filament and everything. Okay, well, it's gonna print. In the meantime, I like it as kilogram per money. Exactly. In the meantime, okay, in the meantime, let me take the chat in front of me because otherwise I cannot talk a lot. Yep, where is the chat? Where is it? I have too much page open. This one? Chat. Like that. Perfect. Wonderful. I can show it again. Today making a multicolor item with my FDM and getting them to fit has not been pleasant. I can, yeah, and the 5+, I can understand. Filament cooling threshold, slow down if, cooling threshold. Cooling slowdown logic, consistent surface. Or the print slowdown layer print when the minimum layer time is in reach. So first, try to preserve the print speed of the first 2 parameters by slowing all other features. Uniform cooling. Cooling threshold. Enable fan. Slow down if layer print time is below. No. 2 seconds. 9 minutes. Indeed. Indeed. So as you can see, the printer is actually hitting the bed and it didn't start printing. So it's the right time to stop. Yeah, I can say why. What was the issue? The issue is I'm stupid. Of course, it's printing. So I cannot start a print. So I'm gonna add it to the print queue. That's interesting. It's transferring. It's not printing anymore. It was just the time for one or the other to switch. So we're gonna go to our print queue to see this. But it says that the printer is not ready. So I'm gonna set ready. Are you sure? Of course. And since I set it ready, it automatically starts the next thing on the print queue. So if I do this, add to the print queue, or if I take this one, this one, add to the print queue. I can also skip the queue. Useless, but I mean useless, not useless, but... And then I have all my queue. And so basically, when this one is done, I clean my plate, blah, 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 do everything. I press set ready, or I do it on the printer directly. And then, yep, automatically it will start this one. You need 3 to 4 seconds, otherwise the top will look like your Christmas tree. I mean, it's gonna be 9 minutes. Yeah, it's gonna make a beautiful blob. I think I agree. I think I agree. It was mostly to show you the PRUSA Connect. We will see if it managed to do anything with what I'm doing. At 9 seconds, I must say that 9 minutes, oh my god, this mouse. I must say that I've been a bit... Oh my god. I keep pressing. It's gonna drive me insane. It's basically my mouse doesn't hold the left click. And so when I click, it consider it as just one click. Yeah, this one here. I mean, yeah, this one, especially the end, it's not gonna do anything. It would be great if you could provide a PRUSA your official filament profile so they could add to the repository. It's I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Let's see, by the way, if... What's the difference? 14 minutes, okay. And this one... 15 minutes, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm just looking to see if nothing is destroying itself. Oh yeah, now there is printable data I skipped. Damn, I didn't use PRUSA Slicer in a long time. There is printable to directly from the slicer, a bit like make a world basically. Directly take the print and add them to the... Yeah, great. Okay. Because light has to go through the glow and be stopped by the black. Ooh, I now need to make a filler. I use, I guess, super glue or epoxy with charcoal powder. Okay. Oh yeah, I see what you're doing. I want to see the result now. What am I doing now? I'm just waiting for it to print. I'm gonna switch the camera so we can look at it. What else do I have to say about PRUSA Connect? Basically, not much. It's mostly... It's something to... Bye, David. See you next time. It's mostly... I mean, right now, of course, I have just one printer, but you can have your whole farm of printer. It's to control your printer. I like the interface. It's consistent. Whatever. Something I wanted, the one last point that I want to mention regarding the slicer is where did I put this? Okay, I want to show you. I was talking earlier about consistency and little implementation that make a lot of sense, and this is one of them. Up. So, the sound was on your computer. So this is... let me see if I can do something else. Let me... Yep, like that. So, the sound that you heard, or no, I don't know, is that I plugged the SD card of this one, the MK3. In case I want to... It's a little detail, but it says a lot about the philosophy of the thing. In case I want... Hopla. Tac. In case I want to put this file on my SD card to be printed on the thing, I would press this little button to automatically export it to the SD card, save, and then here come a little thing, and I click eject, and automatically it ejects the card. It's like stupid little detail, but it's so useful. Instead of having to go to YouTube, no, to go to the Finder to eject and everything. That's just to show you the philosophy behind basically the conception of this printer and all the ecosystem around it. Okay, let's go see our cat. And let's go take the chat because I missed some stuff. Consistent surface is a recent addition. It tried to ensure the outer perimeter is always printed with the same speed for the uniform finish. Oh, instead of having shiny parts and matte parts, and okay, I see. So far, so good, I want to say. So far, so good. Let me... Yopla. Okay. Okay, boost a bit the speed. I put it at 125%. Just to see if we can speed everything. But basically, it should be 3 minutes remaining. So... I want to show you the detail of it. Yeah. Wait. Maybe I'm a bit ambitious. Not gonna lie. For now it's very clean, but maybe I'm a bit ambitious. YOLO 1000. I tried one time on the MK3. Of course it doesn't work because it's locked. But it worked. Like it 1000 or like 500 is the same basically. I was young and innocent. I didn't know much. For now it looked very clean. Okay, as soon as it's done, I will have to wish you a good night. And we will see each other on Thursday. So on Thursday, what we're going to do is that we're going to talk about the calibration of the filament. More in depth. I will, in the meantime, do a bit of my homework to learn the thing that I missed on PRUSA Slicer. Because as I said, it's been a long time since I didn't use it properly. And we're going to do the filament calibration as much as we can. I think we're going to start by an engineering filament. Probably some PA12 carbon fiber, I think. No particular resin, but probably carbon fiber, PA12. I will just need to bring the dryer in the room. Okay, how is it? 0 minute left. I doubt it's 0 minute left. For now, it's very clean. Well, it's obviously 0.28, so you can see the layer line. But it's very clean. I'm hypnotized. While we are just watching this print, and I don't have anything else to talk about. Next week we will have a stream, a talk show with Teme, so the classical live stream with a giveaway, of course. And then after that, we're gonna have another stream together. I mean, you and I. It's gonna be paint stream, the return of the paint stream. It's gonna be a nice model. Hopefully you will like it. And then I will have a little surprise for you. I don't know where to look at because you're in my good printer. Very good printer. Because you're in my back. But I will have a little surprise for you. And we will continue the stream after that. And technically, I don't remember, I need to look at the calendar, but in 1 month, something like that, we will start modding the PRUSA, the MK3. And that's gonna be some very nice live stream. So stay tuned. It's gonna be Interesting. And it's done. So, probably gonna miss the next stream. So here's my calibration flow. EM adjustment, stringing test, mostly temperature adjustment, flow test, PA test, swatch, print. Let me, oh my god, this mic is driving me insane. Let me screenshot this in case. Yep. Because basically the idea behind the calibration is to have a preset, like setting, that I can share. I'm soon gonna be just like this little kitty, asleep. Isn't it clean? It was done in 9 minutes. And the ear are not even blobby. There is a bit of blob at the end, at the very end. The rest is surprisingly clean. So what do we think? I think it's pretty great. Let me remove it. Yeah. Okay, there is under extrusion on the first layer. That's for sure. The rest is clean. Considering it's 9 minutes, I mean, it's a small print, but considering it's 9 minutes, there is a bit of blob, of course, on the ear. I consider it a success. What did I say? 1.1 flow. You were right. I don't want to admit it, but you were right. That's it. A bit shiny though. A bit shiny. That's for the temperature, which is kind of surprising though, that the PLA is that shiny. Usually when you print that quickly, it do the opposite. It become matte. So surprising, but good news. Yep. Let me just... Okay. That's it. Let me sit down in this chair to wish you a good night and to say bye-bye. And then I'm gonna disappear. Yep. I'm still here. Yeah, the snack too. Yeah, I didn't eat yet. It's a small object, so the temp from layer under keep the temperature up. Yeah, it doesn't even have the time to cool down. Disappear till Thursday, exactly. Thursday, 6 p.m. Really need to get a wireless mic. I mean, yes, but mostly when we're in the studio like that, we don't need them. I like my mic. I love my mic like that. But I know you're right. Okay, anyway, hopefully there is a new feature that should work. Hey! What? I don't know if it's gonna work. I will send you one, thank you. Happy New Year, everyone. Rode Wireless one are nice, I think. And also everybody have the DJI one. I just had an idea. Okay, we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for being on stream today with me. It was very messy. I was yapping a lot about everything. But you think I'm joking. I do. Thank you for being on stream with me. I was confused and I was inspiring confusion. But I hope it was still pleasant to witness. So thank you everybody for being here. See you on Thursday for another weirdly technically messy stream. And then we will see another talk. Then we will see what happened, Builder's Mark. But don't spend money on us. Don't spend money on us. It's our job. But thank you. And if I click this, is it gonna work? I don't know. It's working! Look at that, there is the credit. Thank you for supporting the stream. Yukon Cornelius, Trura, Vakolak. Thank you, Kenny, Avelino, Chris, Jonathan, Jon Hudson, Fenforic, and the moderator, Streamlabs. I don't want to thank the moderator. What the hell? Let me remove that. I can rate someone, you're right. Okay, let me, okay. Sorry. Full start. First, let me, so who should we raid? Send me your suggestion. No, don't send me your suggestion. I didn't say anything. Let me do it myself. Up. Raid a channel. We are gonna raid same category. No, I'm not gonna make and crafting. Yep. Lino carving for first streamer. There is so much people knitting. That's crazy. Hot top streamer, yeah. Layers with Lily. Let me see. I don't see. Search. Layers with Lily. Designing a purse with Paisleys. I know this name. Well then. It's done. Yep. Say hello from me. And then we see each other on Thursday. And be nice with them. Say hello. And bye-bye then. And throw me tomato, exactly. Hopla, like that. And I can click on this. Roll credits. I increase the volume of the music. I mute myself. And see you on Thursday.